Hello, friends. Today we'll talk about divine justice. It's not rocket science to talk that everyone deciding any case is not doing justice. Sometimes you do justice, sometimes you do injustice by deciding any issue, any matter, whether it is in court or by any other authority. When we say divine justice, the very fact that we use the term divine means that somebody who has divine power can only administer divine justice. Deciding a case is not always divine justice. I would share a couple of my experiences and would like to demonstrate through a couple of examples to discuss what is divine justice. Recently, in March 2019, Supreme Court of India, the bench headed by my Lord Justice Sikri, other members were my Lord Justice M.R. Shah and my Lord Justice Nazir, three judges of Supreme Court, in a review petition acquitted 5 accused who were earlier sentenced to death, and in 2009 3 judges of Supreme Court confirmed the death sentence. Just think of it. Shakespeare says, "Word is a stage, we are all actors." So let's erect a stage. It is before you. 3 judges of Supreme Court confirmed death sentence, and after 10 years, 3 judges of Supreme Court not only acquit the accused persons, they impose cost, gave compensation to accused persons, asked for explanation of investigating officer and state. You must read this judgment, beautifully authored by my Lord Justice M.R. Shah. Now evidence is same, IPC same, Constitution same, CRPC same. The qualification of judges is also same. 3 judges say death sentence and 3 judges say acquittal. I think it is as good as mathematics now to say that there is something else which goes into making of judgment. It is not only tools, not only constitution, study of law would not enable anybody to deliver divine justice. Another example which immediately comes to my mind. In law college, we used to study that judgment of Hussain Ara Khatun, 1976. It makes mention of a beautiful poem by the President of US, Lyndon Johnson, as he then was, where he says he is not in jail because he has been convicted. He is not in jail because the offense is serious. He is not in jail because he has not been granted bail. He is in jail only because he is poor. This poem of Lyndon Johnson impressed the great judges, my Lord Justice Bhagwati and Justice Krishna Iyer, and they ordered release of hundreds of prisoners. In 95, I filed a petition in Delhi High Court, and it came up before one of the compassionate judges High Court produced, my Lord Justice Vijayendra Jain. And he was so impressed, so moved by this poem, that he is in jail only because he is poor. And he released 368 prisoners. There was an editorial in Hindustan Times that what the whole administration could not do, one public-spirited citizen and one public-spirited judge could deliver and release 368 prisoners. In 2000, I filed another petition and it came up before another compassionate judge, Honorable Justice Dalveer Bhandari, who is the judge of International Court today. As a compassionate judge, he was also moved by this poem that I am in jail only because I am poor. And he also released hundreds of prisoners. After a few years, we filed another petition in same High Court, but this time it came before a division bench. The then Chief Justice, I do not wish to name them, another judge, they totally ignored the poem of Lyndon Johnson, ignored the view of Husainara Khatun, great judges, Justice Bhagwati and Justice Iyer, ignored their own senior colleagues, Justice Jain and Justice Bhandari. And their view was, no, we can't release. Where is your wakalatnama? You are playing to gallery. Imagine, you don't even wish to follow your senior judges, and they did not release a single person. Both were tipped to be judges, elevated as judges of Supreme Court. One was in fact tipped to be Chief Justice of India. And I am not deriving any sadistic pleasure, but it is poetic justice that none of them went to Supreme Court. Another example I wish to give on divine justice and purity of soul, importance of purity of soul. One of the finest judges Delhi High Court produced, my Lord Justice P.K. Bari. He used to finish his miscellaneous matters before 11 a.m. In half an hour, he'll finish all fresh matters and would start old cases. Whole day he would deliver judgments in old cases. And judge sitting next to him in the next courtroom, having same jurisdiction, used to decide fresh matters till 4 p.m., 5 p.m. What does it mean? Again, that means there is something else which goes into making of judgment. My Lord Justice Bhagwati beautifully said that you need to innovate methods to provide justice to the last man. How would you innovate? How would that idea come? Dr. Radhakrishnan beautifully said that this intuition is developed by wisdom, not just by reading books. There's something else through which you develop wisdom. Fali Nariman talks of a judge in Bombay High Court. He used to listen to two parties and decide the cases. Just listening to them, he was sure who is wrong where, who is correct where. Where do you get this eye to decide? Where do you get this wisdom? I had the privilege to argue before the Constitution bench, headed by the then Chief Justice of India, my Lord Justice Kapadia, when they were deciding the point whether the court should provide any guidelines for reporting of the matters. The other judges were my Lord Justice D.K. Jain, my Lord Justice Kher, Justice Ranjana Desai, and Justice Nijjar. All 5 judges, with rapt attention, heard and nodded in approval when I argued that something else goes into making of judgment apart from these tools. You can't see with naked eyes. As Allama Iqbal says beautifully, ज़ाहिर की आँख से ना तमाशा करे कोई, है देखना तो दीदा-ए दिल वा करे कोई, है देखने का शौक़ तो आँखों को बंद कर, है देखना वही कि ना देखा करे कोई. Which means you cannot see with naked eyes. You have to open this eye of your heart, eye of your conscience, if you really want to see the truth. Other शायर beautifully says same thing, कि धूप में निकलो, घटाओं में नहाकर देखो, और ज़िंदगी क्या है किताबों को हटाकर देखो. सिर्फ आंखों से ही दुनिया नहीं देखी जाती, दिल की धड़कन को भी रोशनी बना के दे. So only when you make this heartbeat, your pure conscience, as the eye to see, you can look that. Otherwise, you can do computer justice. Anybody can do computer justice. In fact, Justice Midda, one of the most popular judges of Delhi High Court, recently on his retirement said something very beautiful. He said, both the parties know what is the truth. The test is of the judge to find the truth. And how difficult is it to find the truth? Imagine again a stage. Suppose Jethmalani is arguing a matter where affidavit is filed that somebody has paid 20 lakhs. On other side, Fali Nariman is arguing where affidavit is filed, he has not paid 20 lakhs. So how would the court decide? Two brilliant lawyers arguing total different points on total different affidavits. Therefore, it is very important to develop that eye, develop that wisdom, which would not come only by reading books. In fact, in 2004, the then Chief Justice of India, my Lord Justice Lahoti, cited Socrates, who said 2500 years back that the qualities of judge, number one quality is he should hear courteously, answer wisely, consider soberly, and then decide impartially. So if you are not even hearing courteously, how would you decide? I asked him, I said, my Lord, 2500 years back this thing was said. Where is the need to repeat this today? He said, Ashok, you don't know. Many of them, they develop stiff neck after getting position. And we have seen somebody going to retire as Chief Justice of India before, just few days before his retirement, passes shocking order. What is this? So this post, this elevation would not provide that justice. Justice Pasayat, Honorable Justice Pasayat rightly warned all of us, especially the judges, when he cited Manusmriti and said that 25% of the blame goes on judge if injustice is done. So we have to see that. How to do that, how to develop that consciousness. I'm sorry, I may not be lecturing, but yes, after the retirement of two of my batchmates, my Lord Justice Nariman and Honorable Justice Naveen Sinha, I feel I am the now senior to all the judges in the country. So therefore, maybe in wisdom I may not be that senior, but in age at least I am senior. I may be Bade Bhaiya of Premchand, where the elder brother is not that smart, but he lectures because he is senior in age. So maybe I am just not lecturing, but yes, suggesting. Humble opinion, my humble opinion I am expressing. That justice would not be done, cannot be done, unless somebody develops that inner, that intuition, wisdom. Like Ghalib says, आते हैं गैप से ये मज़ामी ख्याल में. This divine power would come from somewhere else only when you are divine, when you are developed, when you are an evolved soul. Like Allama Iqbal says, अपने दिल में डूब के पा जा सुरागे ज़िंदगी. तू अगर मेरा ना बना मत बन, अपना तो बन. He says, be honest to yourself. Each religion talks of this, preaches us. Each religion says that the highest form of wisdom is to conquer the self. But one is to make effort. It would not be conquered just by reading books. One is to be aware of his friends and enemies. Who are friends on the path of wisdom, intuition? Friends are love, compassion, empathy, sympathy. And love doesn't mean love for me and mine. No, that love would not help enhancement. Love means love for universe, not only of human beings, love for universe. As the शायर says, जर्रे जर्रे में उसी का नूर है, झांक तू दिल में ना वो तुझसे दूर है, इश्क है उससे तो सबसे इश्क कर, इस इबादत का यही दस्तूर है. He says love for all, then only you evolve. And be aware of the enemies within. Ill will, hatred, vindictiveness, attachment not only to possessions, attachment to your own views. Sometimes you are attached so much to your own views that you don't even hear courteously the other point of view. And the best quality of a judge or a professor is to get best out of lawyer or a student, not to spoil his rhythm. So friends, these were few things I thought that I'll discuss with you. I'll share my ideas with you. I say with great sense of satisfaction that couple of books I have authored. These books are available. Meet Your Soul is my favorite book, which was liked by so many Chief Justices, my Lord Justice Lahoti, my Lord Justice Venkatchalaya, my Lord Justice Verma, Padma Vibhushan P.P. Rao Sahab. Justice Kurian Joseph said that anybody who wants to be a good lawyer or mediator should read Ashok Arora's book, Meet Your Soul. This book can be downloaded. It is available at Google's, or you can email me to get soft copy or the hard copy. There are some YouTube talks I have put on for these. I'm not saying I am perfect, not at all. I am aware of my limitations. But I am performing my responsibility to guide the next generation of lawyers and judges. Just putting forth my viewpoint. And to make the discussion lighter, I end with this, that I am not perfect. You can say that कभी कभी यूं भी हमने अपने दिल को समझाया है, जिन बातों को खुद ना समझे औरों को बतलाया है. So thank you very much. You can email me for getting the book or for sending any suggestion on Ashok Arora 2310@gmail.com. ASHOKARORA 2310@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp me at +91 98 100 620 89. Thank you. Bye.